what the lanes shape up to be, as we do jump into this game here in just a moment.
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a mid-no, a carry Naga, and an off-lane E. Just pull an upset, get somebody off guard. They have a lot of good potential to do that. And I mean, obviously, a lot of these players have been in the scene for a long time. Dubas the Slayer, well-known streamer. Moonlight actually was a former member of Power Rangers before they had a bit of a roster reshuffle. They were actually really stable back then. Yeah. But no matter the case, like, they have some really good, talented players, and although the brand is new, the players have already proven themselves multiple times over.
Well, Artstyle's a legend in the Dota scene. He's been around for some time, but ever since TI1, he hasn't really had success, unfortunately. He's been in and out of the scene with multiple different teams, some of which were not the greatest teams in the world, and we'll see if NiP can get things going, although they're 2-8 now, so definitely not maybe in a position where they want to be. And one loss will put them out of the standings for... I mean, they're more than likely already out as well, but, you know, we'll see if they can get a victory here over Empire. Maybe get an upset. Silent, obviously, one of the best core players in the world. I'm surprised he's not playing a carry. He's playing a puck this game. He's known for, I think, his Lycan.
Well,
among
I guess
things.
they're kind of trying to turn the puck into a carry here, right? Like, they're putting in the safe lane, they're giving Magnus the off lane here, so they want like a early like Blink Dagon, I think, on this hero, like something that really just gets involved and gets some damage out.
Well, we'll have to see how this does go for Silent. It's just not a traditional carry in the same sense, you know? Yeah. But looks like it will be Empire, and they get both of the bounty runes, so a good start for them.
Especially for the IO, that's an instant bottle. Like, you don't have to wait, you don't have to get a single CS taken away from the lane, you just get the bottle outright, and there's no chance for a courier snipe, so they're gonna have a really good time of it. And they've already broken down the trees. We saw some drawing on the map while they were paused, but these trees will be taken out, so a lot of stacking can occur from the IO while the Tiny stays on lane, and he's got an interesting cosmetic set there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the heck this thing is. It's the Club of the Igneous Stone Empire set for... I guess it's just Empire. It's not any specific person's set, so...
Yep.
And I'm concerned kind of immune in this lane. This is not the easiest lane in the world to go up against, and I think if they get aggressive with Empire, they could easily kill its Venomancer if they're not careful.
Yeah, he's going to have to stay under tower pretty much constantly. Hopefully that means he'll still get a good amount of experience, but he definitely can't just venture out. The plague wards have to be on his hill, the Gale has to be available for dives, and yeah, he just has to play it safe constantly. Any aggressive movement from him could be punished heavily, but yoky's actually going to eat an arrow up top here. Riptide doing a lot of damage, and they are going to follow it up with the Ignite just to be sure of it. The first blood going the way of Vlad on the Ogre, and that's a great way to get him early boots.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I think he did have skewer available, but he wasn't going to pop it off there. He got caught out, obviously, the arrow making sure he doesn't go anywhere, and by the time his arrow duration had expired, he was dead. So, good stuff coming out from NiP to get the first blood. However, across the map, you do have Resolution farming extraordinarily well with 10 last hits already. 5 last hits down bottom, and they're zoning out Dubas somewhat, although he is level 2. So, if they can get some sort of experience going top lane, then Empire are in a very good spot, so...
Yeah. In the meantime, ALWAYSWANNAFLY going to stack his central camp on the Radiant side so that there is going to be a lot for Magnus and Tiny to clear out. Maybe the puck, but I think Resolution's probably going to be the one to pick it up. That's traditionally how these lineups run. We're going to see another bounty rune go the way of ALOHADANCE, which is very beneficial for him. Going to get that relocate up nice and early, and of course rejuicing the bottle so Resolution can spam his spells. Yeah. Beyond that, gonna get a magic stick out early just in case the plague ward spam does come through, and that's gonna make Immune think twice about casting that spell.
I mean, as soon as the plague ward spam starts, and if he sees that magic stick, he's going to have to be very careful with how many he places down. And his positioning is first and foremost his biggest concern. One toss and an avalanche could spell the doom of a couple of these heroes. They're making a wrap onto the top lane. They know they can't contest mid, but they will look for an arrow plus a fire blast combination coming out. But look at where yoky is positioned. He is in these trees, and Moon is looking for him. Luckily, the creeps are on the tower currently. This is very difficult to try to get this kill. If yoky peeks his head out, he's in trouble, and I don't think he will be. They're going to rotate mid instead. They draw the arrow, and Vlad and D2, and maybe Artsel looking to try to jump on top of this Tiny. We'll see. They're going to go onto Immune. There's the Venomous Gale going out. Just too much of a bait there, and it looks like Immune should fall. The Spirit's going in, and he is going to bottle up. He might actually live. Some Spirit arrows coming through. They're going to Fire Blast ALOHADANCE. He'll die. And now behind the tower, Resolution is dead as well. Immune says baited, and he just gets back into lane. A bit of a mistake coming out from both the IO and the Tiny there.
Yeah, that was really close, but they got the Gale under tower, they got them all in, and even if the arrow doesn't connect, the gank is there. They were well aware of the supports being off the map. I mean, obviously Magnus was very afraid they were going to be going on him right when the tower creep wave went under tower, and the aggro wouldn't have shifted against them. But now we do see a quick resurgence into mid lane with full HP mana. They jump on the Veno, who didn't go too far back. He wanted to just sit under tower and salve with the courier delivering the goods, but no such luck there. He does give 1 point to Empire.
Yeah, that was kind of a run back they didn't need to give away, but there's still all three heroes around this mid lane. Artsel probably looking for another arrow. Will he shoot it? We're going to have our arrow in here in just a minute. Fire Blast, arrow, Resolution's going to get hit up by it. Not taking too much damage, but there's the Gale, the overcharge as well. Avalanche onto 2. Toss is available if necessary, but they can't dive this. They are underneath the tower currently. Resolution is too damn tanky with strength treads and being a Tiny, and ALOHADANCE will regen him up as well with the battle charge.
Yeah. So Stanton's been doing work. Obviously, he got the arrow on yoky up top, so that set them up nicely. And even if he doesn't get the arrows like in the mid lane, it's okay because he's like controlling the area. He actually doesn't get any value out of the regen rune to trading hits with ALOHADANCE. So it has a level advantage right here, level 4 versus level 2, and he doesn't have to turn to do all these right-click plays, bringing D2N extremely low, and he will just be able to leap on out of there. So close calls.
yoky has to disconnect from the game, but unfortunately that will probably mean by the time he reconnects, Moon will kill him.
Oh, yeah, that's not good. I mean...
Yeah, he just was standing there. I didn't catch it, but then I saw top lane smack shit happening, and yoky looks like he's going to reconnect, and Moon might do the nice thing here and let him live, but I don't see that happening. yoky, well, he doesn't have any mana left, and actually doesn't get much right-click. He's going to bottle up. Tide, he can't get there. yoky's going to turn around. Moon's taking tower hits, but he is rather tanky with 7 armor, so tower hits won't do as much. TP's canceled at the top lane, and yoky gets out somehow. That could have been a lot worse than it was.
Yep, so, I mean, right now Vlad's just going to try to make his way around the map, trying to show what he can accomplish, but that's leaving a 1v1 for Moon, and he's just going to get slowed down. Just barely enough mana for the Skewer and the Shockwave, and I mean, you just can't leave your Naga Siren high and dry like that. She's not a hero that just can be self-sufficient against a good, aggressive offlaner. Dazzle's not going to take some hits. Shadow Wave comes through. They don't want to go into the creep wave and take that physical nuke, but nevertheless, they will throw some damage the other way and almost bring him down with the help of that Spirit, that there's no way they get the stomp, even if the Soul Ring was off cooldown.
Vlad's going to come in. He's going to throw the Fire Blast. No Ignite, and he just clubs him in the back of the head to get the kill. They do get the kill on Immune in the mid lane as that action is happening simultaneously. Can't catch all of it, but still.
Once they're on top of you like this with the toss and with the avalanche in, like it's pretty clear that you're not going to be able to survive. He goes for the Gale play, but unless they're under tower, that doesn't really punish them. It does actually no damage at this level. yoky is, fun up top.
Yeah, he's baiting his RP occasionally, and he has his level 6 because of how good this game's gone for him. And that's the problem with these supports roaming out of the lane. Yeah, sure, they've gotten a couple of kills. RP's going to go tether Spirits as well. Moon going to get skewered back underneath the tower. He doesn't have his level 6. He had just gotten it. But guess what? He's skilled up 2 in Mirror Image, 1 in Ensnare, and 3 in the Riptide. He had no song to work with. Had he had that ability, maybe his life is saved, but...
Yeah, I don't know. He even saw ALOHADANCE rotating. Like, he knew that they were going to start getting a little bit aggressive on him. I mean, he might have not known he was going to die, but definitely knew that he didn't need to be fully on the front lines here. I mean, again, some of it has to be attributed to the supports rotating and roaming rather than babysitting, but I mean, when you have wards and you don't really see that death coming, then you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not letting just this Naga just farm up and get CS. I mean, 40 last hits, nothing to scoff at, but 2 deaths already is really kind of an issue.
I mean, the Magnus is going to get huge, but we do see the toss up in the air for Immune, taking a lot of damage. Will go for the Poison Nova, but there's no rebuttal. They walk away.
And they're just, I mean, Resolution's barely taking damage from this Poison Nova and Poison Sting coming out. ALOHADANCE is having a bit of a rougher time, but his Urn is now done. He's got 5 stick charges. 8-minute rune will be up soon, so he'll be able to regen through that. And at least Vlad will take the mid experience, trying to get up to 6 to get to that multicast bottom lane. There's going to be a poison touch into dubas, but there I don't think. Oh, there is the Dream Coil going to go. The Stomp's going to fly. It's going to miss. Now the phase shift. Jaunt as well, and dubas is done.
Well played.
Really good play from Silent. Yeah, very nice.
Because I mean, there's two circles for the stomp, right? So there's right on top where he was going to be jaunting to, and there's right where he was positioned, where the stomp originated from the spirit, actually going on to immune now. But he phase shifts in that interval and completely dodges it out. I mean, it is predictable, but it's just, it looks so smooth.
Oh, here comes Resolution. Oh, Roshan, please help me. Nope. Oh, he got killed. I thought for sure he was dead to the Elusive Orb. Roche saves the day. Brings a Christmas present to NiP and Immune. However, 8-minute rune is picked up. Arrow. Resolution and ALOHADANCE dodge it. There is mana to jump away. Resolution's not going to go any further than that.
Yeah, they don't toss them in. They are kind of uncertain about what's going to be on the other side of the river there. Of course, the potential TP from ET and stuff like that makes it very difficult to engage in that position, so they just play it safe. They already have the 7-4 kill advantage, and I mean, before this, they were having trouble finding just one kill, but relocating top, again the Naga Siren getting RP'd, and no song.
That's the issue.
I mean, she didn't, like, if you compared the mirror image and Song of the Siren cast animations, she didn't have the chance to song. But she doesn't even have it skilled, like there's no hope there whatsoever.
It's the greedy build, man. We've talked about this before, going for mirror images and Riptide, and that's fine if you're getting room to farm, but I mean, you talked about it, she wouldn't have gotten it off anyways, but still, just to have the safety net, man, like, yeah. It's just something that you need to have, I think, and despite her having 51 CS, she has no gold to show for it, so... Yeah, it's just that kind of game coming out for the Naga Siren for Moon. And look at the stack coming in. Resolution and ALOHADANCE, they're going to be getting some extra farm with Always Wanna Fly, shadowing and making, and I'm sure they're up to full health. And Resolution just gets almost all of that money. He went and drums, by the way, treads as well. We'll see if he picks up his Ags next in a couple of moments here. Resolution taking a lot of damage. ALOHADANCE can overcharge if necessary, but now they take out the creep stack and...
And that's not the only stack. You look at the two to the west, they're not going to have mana for it at the moment, but 10-minute rune spawn, they'll be able to clear this out, and it's solid. Actually going to go for the in-tread toss, and that's still doing some pretty good damage here. ALOHADANCE actually got his bottle back out, and there we go. Resolution clears out another, and he has one more waiting for them. They can stack this up once more if they time it perfectly, and that's just such good GPM for the Tiny. Suddenly up to almost 500, while the Naga's sitting at 350.
And we're looking at maybe a 15-minute action coming out. Yoky does get the haste root. He's got to pop it off. Moon's going to ensnare. Can't get it off in time as he gets fogged by the uphill Yoky running towards the high ground, and will do so. He actually shockwaves. He kills 2 satyrs. Those poor families are they're livid now. Arrow's going to connect. Nice ensnare arrow. Yoky was chasing for whatever reason. Fire Blast might go. It will, and that'll provide the kill as Vlad does get the multicast off. Yoky a bit too aggressive. Gives away gold when he doesn't need to. Still not the worst thing in the world, as bottom is being dove, and they get the kill into dubas with a jaunt through, Elusive Orb, Always Wanna Fly with the poison touch, and obviously ALOHADANCE providing himself useful as well. So you talked about the stack as well. Resolution's going to work. He is kind of low. He doesn't have mana even within treads, but he's cleared out most of this anyways. And by the way, he's going Yash. He's not picking up his Ags yet. So.
Okay. And that makes sense with the Empower. You go for something that gives you a little bit more active movement speed, attack speed, and attack speed is actually what he's going to be lacking the most this game. Like, we get to about the mid-game here where he picks up his Aghanim Scepter. He's going to be able to be mobile with the Grow movement speed boost and with the Tether. He's going to have the setup that he needs with the help of the Puck and the Magnus, and he's going to have that Cleave because of Empower and the Aghanim Scepter. But what he's really going to be lacking is attack speed. He's going to be attacking really slow even with overcharge, and the Yasha drum buildup is going to be really good to facilitate this.
Yasha is certainly going to be a big item. He may even complete this into a Mantis Sal later in the game. I don't know if he builds into it now. I think he probably just goes for his Ags at this point. And Resolution's having a heck of a game. He is topping your net worth, 3,000 ahead of the Naga Siren, which is a pretty big issue. She is up to 700 gold now, and as long as she gets more room to farm and she doesn't get killed again, if they don't go hunting, she could get up to that relic at a decent timing.
They might be able to bring Yoky low here. They already got a multicast on him once. They could go for another, and then they earn, but he's got the scare back. He'll be fine. It's actually going to be on Moon that there's trouble. Dream Coil and the relocate. The Moonlight Shadow will not help you here, unfortunately.
And they have killed her 4 times.
It's insane.
It is just that kind of game for Naga Siren.
And that
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's so, and I mean, yes, he keeps getting silence and stuff, but you have to point out, he really just, he needs that ultimate.
Hit your R button, dude. At some point, you gotta get it. Come on, man.
They are doing it really performing these ganks well, whether it be from the RP startup so that they can follow it up with the Avatar, which stuns him, or starting off with this waning rift. So, yeah, because they think he has song. I'm sure of it. I mean, you would assume at this point, you're like, oh man, we're executing these ganks so perfectly, he can't even get song off.
Exactly.
Oh, it's because he
They're going to look back at the replay and they're going to be like, she actually didn't skill song. That's upsetting because they look like, they feel like these ganks are 100% perfect when they're killing this Naga Siren, but that's not necessarily the case. They're diving immune again, taunt, avalanche combo. He does get his Poison Nova off, but
yeah, they'll just earn up after this and they can go for a relocate in 30. It's no big deal at all.
The tether is actually, did you see the bug there? It was like all over the place. It was weird.
Did not, but
regardless,
there we go.
The stack and oh my god.
Jeez. I mean, like the Yasha isn't even that much of a segue into this Aghanim Scepter. He's still gonna have it insanely quickly, and they're keeping up the Dazzle because they know they can relocate very soon.
Yoky is in trouble. He will take some Ignite. Nice grave from ALWAYSWANNAFLY. They turn it around onto D2N and Vlad. He's going to be your next target. And Yoky will fall to the Ignite, but they do get the double kill for a Dazzle, by the way. ALWAYSWANNAFLY. He's dazzling everybody with his spell. This is great, saving the life of Yoky for a little bit, keeping him alive to be in the fight for a bit longer. And nowhere is safe for NiP currently. I mean, even Moon has to go back home. He is going for a bracer. He might even be forced into a drum. Relocate coming out onto the bottom lane. Dubas is in trouble. They do miss or dream pull up in the top lane as well, and they get that kill too. So 2 kills across the map in opposite corners. One in the top lane in the corner, one in the bottom lane. Arrow is going to hit Silent, and that's unfortunate.
I mean, you can't phase shift dodge it with level 1. It'll just go out the other side once you finish up that 0.75 seconds. So, I mean, I think there's probably like 2 frames where you could probably do that. But otherwise, it's just positioning. He didn't need to be farming Plague Wards, but oh well. It's not the biggest game. Another Moonlight Shadow coming out.
Yeah, as Resolution's actually rotated top, he does have a point booster, by the way. It's there going in onto Yoky. He'll take some right click and the arrow as well. They could overcharge him. Now the Astral Spirit going through the Earth Splitter as well. They want to make sure they bring him down. Stop. Misses Resolution. Toss avalanche onto 2. He gets 1. The Urn is on Moon. 1 right click. Maybe another should do the job. He's bottling up, and good multicast saves his life. On the other side of things, ALOHADANCE is going to go down to the Venomancer. Resolution in some trouble. Siren's going to go through toss onto Moon. Moon is so low. The Fire Blast comes in, and Moon gets the kill with the Riptide. Finally, a fight that somehow goes the way of NiP, and it's very little. They do get the mega kill streak coming out from Moon, and that is a lot of gold. Moon gets 700 gold off the back end of that fight, and he's able to pick up his drum off the back end of it.
Yeah, it's actually really crazy. 2,000 gold going their way, and negative, in fact, for Empire. So they really were hurting after that one. They got the Dazzle double kill. Maybe that Stygian cosmetic just makes you into a carry by default. I don't know. But as it stands right now, NiP are still kind of hurting. Like, they have a lot of potential for some crazy magic damage, but like Immune's gonna take so long to build up that Aghanim Scepter. The Naga is extremely far behind, and the relocate goes bottom.
Here they go. They're doing some rotations. They want dubas. They want it quickly. Sarah's gonna go into ALOHADANCE. They want to make sure he can't get out alive. Arrow's gonna come through. They split it and make sure they can just get out at any point in time here in the future. There's no way to shut this down now. D2N luckily survives. They tossed him over there, but he actually, I don't know how that interaction works. They're gonna TP back down bottom, and another relocate it's just really destroying NiP at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have the best heroes to respond to the Tiny Wisp, so it's sort of like getting out of a bad spot. The Mirana's good, and theoretically the Naga is good, because you see the relocate coming and you just song, but the execution, it's just overpowering. It's the Magnus setting up the RP or the Puck setting up the silence so that he can't just song the relocates.
Oh, good phase shift to that in Siren. That was one that, it's a bit easier. Dream pull onto 2. Where's the follow-up, though? Astra's gonna sail through. There's the song as well. The Stomp gonna,
There's Splitter?
Now cancel the song. Phase shift. Oh, Silent gets away. That does very little damage. Yoky has Blink RP, by the way. He's looking to get somebody here. They're thinking about it.
I think if they actually hadn't used the arrow on the air, then they probably could have actually gotten a kill there with the Earth Splitter arrow combo.
Relocated to the top lane, and Mute is in trouble.
Can't disengage since it's fast enough.
Gale is not going to do enough there to save his life. Yeah. That does make sure that the mid lane is a bit safer, but
he wants an axe, but he probably needs a blink, honestly, just to get out of those situations.
He's close to 1. He did the Midas, and that's going to help him along towards the blink dagger, but they do get The Tiny and IO back down bottom to pressure this tier 2 tower, and they're split pushing at this point. Moon is sitting at 700 gold, so Radiance is not able to, you know, stop the pressure. It's not like they can really hold. Without Radiance, there's no real turtling capability. I guess you do have Astral, you do have Elder Titan, but Moon's like dying to creeps in the jungle right now. Please be careful, sir. Go home.
Sir. Yeah, it's just... It's not a great spot. It's not a great time to be moving right now. But we're gonna see the initiation. Vlad has it a little bit worse. It's like you think you got problems.
Oh, the face shift.
Problems are Ogre now.
Silent is silent on him.
I don't even know if this is worth going in for. Just you got the arrow. Be happy with that. Run away, little cat. Run away. And you gotta get the observer ward. This is insanely good. Like, they're not gonna be able to have the money to deward this. This supports. They have exactly 1 sentry ward available to them, and I didn't see them placing this. So if it's them dewarding this, it's kind of out of luck or a really good game sense, because that ward is gonna be causing them some issues for the next 7 minutes.
Stomp is way off the mark. Glyph is gonna go. This tier 2 tower is still gonna fall. It's only making time for them as quickly as possible for Moon to get farm. That's it. The Ags are now done for resolution. It's flying out currently, I believe, and the tier 2 tower mid is next. And they can just keep going one by one because you can't fight if you're in. There's no way you can fight into this team if you're NiP. You're just gonna get RP. You're gonna get tossed. You're gonna get average. You're gonna get overcharged. You're gonna get Dreamfall. It's too much that Empire have, and they're too far ahead.
Oh no, not again! The relocate coming through on top of the waiting
either. Oh, he's dead as hell. Oh my god. Moon is being just hated on. The hate is real. In fact, they might even find Vlad. ALOHADANCE is gonna maybe. No. Yeah, they're just gonna send him back home. We don't want to dive this. The TP coming in from Dubas a bit late to the party, but there is more heroes on the backside. Silent Yoki's like, I want this blink RP, man. I just got this blink. I have yet to use the RP with it.
And he's dead.
Shockwave. Or dead anyway. You don't even need it.
Jeez, their damage is actually extremely legit, and it's gonna be Yules first and foremost for the puck. I think Dagon might be next, but going for a build of standard survivability, and TP canceling is important because when you have a Dazzle and IO as your supports, you don't have that many TP cancels. You got a lot between the core heroes though, so I guess that's fine.
Uh-oh. I'm looking for an RP right now. Well, I don't see it happening yet. Poison Nova going in, arrow. Resolution caught out of position. RP onto Immune. He wanted Moon as well. And now the song comes out. Immune stays alive. Blink maybe from yoky, but it's on cooldown for another 5 seconds. Alright, song on cooldown. They lose nobody. Moon. What are you doing, buddy? Be careful.
It's okay. But yeah, in this position, I mean, the mechanism is up for the IO, so they can nullify a lot of damage from the Veno. And they can just go in for the big push. I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. There's no damage to begin with coming up from NiP, really, except for the Poison Nova. And then, like, once you have a mech, you're just not going to die. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Moon is going in. I don't know what he's doing. Moonlight Shadow and Snare. They actually missed the arrow with the ensnare. Earth Splitter comes in at misses. So they try to combo up with the arrow, and they miss completely. Weave is up now. Now they're even harder to take down.
There's Moonlight going in. They don't have the detection up just now, but it's not like they can really jump out and, I don't know, black hole them. Like, they have an Ogre. He can cast a couple spells. It's not the big surprise attack that they're looking for with this Moonlight. They really can't break out of this with anything if they don't have the song or the ET split.
Empower plus Aghanims is a lot of cleave.
Yeah, I mean, it's not being ranked up just yet, so it is only at 20%, but I mean, that's additive to the values that he already gets from the
75,
ultimate.
I believe, at this point. Scepter bonus, no, it's building damage. Cleave damage is 50%, excuse me, so 70% cleave currently, and Empower at its max level will do 50%, so he at some point will have 100% cleave.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, we're going to see actually Skewer back here. Maybe didn't go very far with it though. That was a bad click from yoky, but he still gets the coil. Maybe just setting it up for that as they go right in.
Relocate. D2N is about to die, but he moves away just in time. Immune, you're not so lucky, my friend. The blinket from yoky says, I want this kill, it's mine, and he gets it. 3 down. 25-9, NiP are grasping for air. They are getting choked out. Luckily, Moon is getting closer to his relic, 2,000 gold. He desperately needs a Radiance, and even then, it's going to be about 25 minutes before he gets that, assuming all things go well in the next couple minutes. Vlad is spotted out. Avalanche cause. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but he's dead. Resolution hits him like 3 times in that giant-ass tree. Says, how do you do, and gets the kill. 4 dead on NiP. And at some point, Empire is just going to go straight to the high ground. It actually might be now.
Yeah, I mean, they don't even have to go fall back for Roach. There's nothing dangerous about their position here. The worst thing is a stomp coming through from the Elder Titan. They do have to be wary of that, but they're quick on their feet. They've got a lot of movement speed, and they'll be able to walk on out. ALOHADANCE gets to stay back this entire time now because he has a blink dagger, so he can blink tether. It goes insane distance, and he can go for the relocate defensively or just for the big mech play.
Mantis top completed for resolution, and with Empower now on him in a Mantis style, this is a dead tower. 245 plus 76 base damage coming out. The tower is almost empty. They go to the tier 3 tower. Overcharge not being used just yet. The Wisp is very far away.
Yeah, it's the blink bug, but Resolution takes some hits here. They are not going to relocate him out just yet. They will shallow grave first, taking a lot of hits, going back to the fountain with you, and there is no disable. So they'll be back in 10 seconds.
And they'll fight this too, more than likely.
Yeah, and NP have nothing to show for it. Like, they have absolutely nothing going for them the rest of the fight. There's the coil, and all they can do is try to disengage with Song.
And they're back in. Here we go. And they're looking for immune. Toss Avalanche. She's dead. And turn their attention to D2N. And the song comes out. Stomp gets canceled, actually, as it's not going to do anything. All the way back. Always want to fly, getting hounded by these illusions. But that's it. Silent Johnson into the base. He's looking for more. Now Resolution goes toe-to-toe with the melee racks. And the melee rack, unfortunately, he can't get back. Arrow's going to come in. It's going to miss. They're going to cleave down that melee racks. They're going to work on the range racks. And my God, this thing is dead as hell. 5 hits. How many hits does it take to get to the center of a dire base?
Yeah,
well,
pretty much.
5 hits. Resolution down bottom. Oh my God.
One-man wrecking crew here, and just going for 2-3 hits. He just doesn't care. If you don't have your ultimates, there's nothing for him to fear. He's got the mechanism coming back up, and they do the tether thing again. It's just insane.
Oh my God. Avalanche, toss, cleave. One dead. Almost a second. Dubas lives barely with any HP. Meta style goes, moonwalks up to Resolution's like, screw that, backs away, and now they keep going for tier 3 tower. Yoky has blink RP, he's gonna pop it onto 2, skewer back, booster orb goes in, toss Avalanche, more than necessary, more than enough to get the kill, 4 dead, and Empire are about to finish this game off quickly. 24 minutes in, Naga did not get any room to farm, and GG is called. Empire with an outstanding performance.
They should really fix that tether bug. I don't like that at all, but shenanigans as we see Empire just absolutely dominating throughout the laning phase there. I think the big thing here, the big difference maker that we didn't even expect was how well Mag did on top. Having the solo kills on the Naga Siren, having the help of her allies to kill the Naga Siren, like, just plain and simple, the Magnus should now find 3 kills and 10 assists in 24 minutes this game, but there it is. They don't do much on the top lane. The supports are everywhere but, and obviously the Naga Siren didn't play as nearly defensive as she could have been, so that's it. Really well played from Empire, and they take this pretty clean and clear.
Yeah, Resolution sitting at 10-2-9 with 714 GPM, and we expected it to go Empire's way, but that handedly, I don't think anybody was looking for that. So, and that'll be the end of the day of Starladder EU. I think Starladder America should be coming up next. I might be wrong about that, but as far as casting, I'm done, I believe, for the weekend. December the 22nd will be our next Dota Pit game, which is Team Secret versus Virtus Pro in a best of 5 series, so make sure you guys put that on your calendar. Starladder America starts tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern, and that'll be Kyle Guy and Ziori covering it. Tomorrow, Starladder EU covered by Gods, and those guys will be back and of course casting the Starladder tournament. So my work here should be done with the exception of a couple of days where they might need help. It's a pleasure as always, Blaze. Hope you have a good holiday if I don't get to cast with you again. And for everyone else out there, very good holiday as well to you. Make sure you guys stay safe. We'll have the rebroadcast hopefully on after the American session is done. Make sure you guys follow us at MottDota, at Blaze Casting as well. Yeah, good stuff. Have a good evening, everybody. See y'all later.